medulla oblongata in the house. Oh, thank you. How are you? Okay, I just have one statement to make. One statement only. And my statement is, whatever Beyonce is making, I want that. I want the same moolah for my medulla. And I'm out. Nice knowing you. Goodbye.
AIA changes sports band but adds mass, and we're looking to do a drone activity. That's always fun. 1v1 battles with Jack and Jet. And at the end of this show, I'm going to run the yo-yo test outside where we have cameras. Ryan, you got the cameras out there?
Yep, they're up.
They're already set up outside, and out there is a bear wearing my All-Star Shamrock Paradise Valley Soccer League shirt from 1987. And it fits the bear. That's how small I was. And I still have it. But the club doesn't exist anymore. It's now SC Del Sol. But anyways, we're going to be going out there. And we need to check on the bear every once in a while, make sure no one steals it. Every time we leave something outside our house, like a bike or couch or TV we're trying to get rid of anyways, it's taken. So I put big orange cones to avoid that. So we'll have 3 cameras going out there. I'll have a camera mic in front of me is how I'm doing. I'm going to try all these masks on. There's a bunch of different ones, and I'm going to tell you how they feel. I couldn't get the heart rate monitor thing working because I don't have the iPhone wristband thing, whatever it is. We'll also be taking your questions on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter. So if you have any questions, you can put them in the comments, and we'll do our best to answer them. We also have a call-in line. We're stepping up our game, Ryan. Big time. We have a call-in line, and we got the link out to several past guests and new guests to call in anytime. If you would like to be part of the podcast and you can be helpful to this podcast, email me at coachcameronpodcast@gmail.com and for the link, and then that link will work with pretty much any episode. You can call in, and we have a green room and all that. And but first, we need to pause for a commercial break.
This weekend, get prepared to get annihilated. Coach Cameron's podcast and U.S. Soccer presents Mega Monster Truck Rally in Coach Cameron's backyard. Your favorite truck, Grave Digger. Don't miss the second annual barbecue Twinkie cook-off. Tickets are only $10. First 5 people at the gate get a bumper into the shin. That's right, a bumper into the shin. Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. This Sunday, be here or be smashed.
Smashed it will be. Jack and Jet are actually doing their battle with a monster truck once again. We'll see how they do. This episode is brought to you by, we have a sponsor finally, brought to you by RapZap. Get the control you always wanted from the sidelines with a shock force support that every soccer player needs for their development. So that's our latest sponsor, and we have a commercial of theirs coming on later in the broadcast leading up to the run. Live shows every Sunday, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Please join us each week. YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, and now we're on the Daily Motion. I don't know what that is exactly, but we're on it. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's the main thing I'm pushing. And you can see past episodes at CoachCameron.com. And want to welcome to the podcast, per the usual, IT Ryan. How you doing?
Doing good. What about you?
I'm doing excellent. This podcast is going to be amazing. We did a lot of preparation. We have a new intro. We have new commercial, new sponsors, and the only thing that failed us was our guest. Joe Jaju was going to be on, but he couldn't make it prior engagement, I guess. Amy, I can't even say her last name, Galinsky. She was going to be on, and then she couldn't. And then we had Jet. Jet Cameron was going to fill in, and then Fortnite got in the way, so he's gone. And so it's just Ryan and I, which is probably the way it should be. The two that actually can stay with commitment. Just kidding. We are all guests, by the way, get gifts. They get water and they get gifts. They get a commemorative Arizona Thunder keychain and pin. They're like 20 years old, but they're brand new, and they're worth money on Amazon. So you can, or no, eBay. If you want to leave us any questions, we will do our best to answer them. And for the ones that don't know, this podcast is an educational podcast. I always have to do this so I don't get sued. About problems with our youth soccer development. And I'm hopeful that through this podcast, we will help advance the game through discussing what works and what doesn't. It's typical. It typically brings on players on to tell us how I sucked as a coach in the past and what I could have done better. And we're hopeful to have another guest next week. Actually, that's supposed to be Amy. I was trying to get her in for today because Joe wasn't available. And she's supposed to be on next week, but you never know. But tonight we'll focus all our attention on AIA once again on the reversal. The AIA decided this past Tuesday. I was doing actually a live stream this past Tuesday with the announcement if AIA was a go or not. And I had 2,000 live viewers at the time, and everything crashed. It was horrible. So I called Cox and I told Cox, I'm like, I need whatever it takes, fix this mess. And Cox came over on Friday, and the guy comes to the door and he knocks on the door and he goes, "Hey, Coach Cameron." I'm like, "Hey, you." He had a mask. I couldn't tell who he was. And he goes, "I'm Jesus." Okay. I'm Coach Cameron. I know about 152 Jesuses throughout the Valley that played at PC or wherever I've coached. And it's actually Jesus Sepulveda, and he did an amazing job. So we are networked in the garage. So we have, we're not wireless anymore. We are networked in. Drilled some holes, gave us panoramic. We have all the things to make this podcast work, and I'm grateful for that. Thank you, Jesus Sepulveda, who actually played for me at Phoenix College. Well, he actually redshirted, and then he went to Glendale because he's a traitor. No, he's an amazing guy. He did an amazing job, and I have his card, and he's going to help me anytime I have network issues. And we can have him on the podcast and find out why he left. Probably because I was a jerk, and I know who I was, and that's who I am. I am nervous about this dang run, Ryan. Happy birthday to Jennifer Torres. Jennifer Torres, I don't know how old you're going to be. I think 29 again. And she is assistant coach at Millennium, and she's invaluable. She's basically queen bee of administration and make sure everything flows. And without her, we would be in big trouble. But happy birthday to Jennifer Torres, which is coming up this Tuesday. On game day, Millennium's going to play a game in mask, and that's why I'm testing those out tonight. Ryan, Jack was called a ginger yesterday. That's offensive. Is that offensive? You're a redhead.
I don't find it offensive.
No? Well, he was called a ginger. Should I say which club? Doesn't matter. Yeah, it was the Rising. Good job, Rising. You were rising to the top of being professional. Now, I don't care. But a redhead, for the ones I don't know, I have two, and they're not a protective species like a lot of other things, but they're working on it. Red hair is the most popular hair color in the world. And whether you're natural or by choice, many redheads are called ginger or redhead. The words have become interchangeable, and some redheads are in an uproar over it. Do you know any redheads are in uproar, Ryan?
I haven't met anyone who's had a problem with it.
So Ryan and I went to the UK. We went to Birmingham, England on a trip. Do you even remember? We went through a castle.
I definitely remember this.
We went down in the castle, and they were talking about redheads, and they saw we had two redheads, and they got very excited. They're like, "Oh, your urine is invaluable." And what's the urine do?
It cleans the place of spirits, bad energy, good luck. I don't know.
It does lots of things. But redheads, their urine is very powerful. And it cures gout. They said it cures gout. Arthritis, maybe. I don't know. A lot of things.
I don't think it applied to Jack, though. I think it was only female gingers.
Oh, maybe. I'm not sure. But the term ginger originated from the UK. It was initially created as an insult for redheads. For years, children have grown up thinking it's appropriate to make fun of redheads, like Kick a Redhead Day. That's every August, I think, around that time. But Since the term is about hair color rather than sexuality or race or disability, society does not view the term as true discrimination. It should be. It should be part of the echelon of the many things we try to protect. We protect everything, but not gingers. Protect the gingers, I say. Urban Dictionary definition of ginger is this: a human characterized by pale skin, freckles, and bright red hair. Gingers are generally considered to be inferior to their more melanin-rich brethren and thus deservingly discriminated against. Gingers like Ron Howard, he's from Happy Days, and Carrot Top, which is actually a good example of someone we should discriminate against. He's all roided up and his comedy's not that good anymore. There it is, redheads in plain black and white. The word ginger is supposedly demeaning, and Ryan says no. But Jack was attacked repeatedly. And here's me on the sideline just, I don't care. Attack him all the way. And this is what Jack did. He had an amazing 25-yard free kick. You have that video, Ryan?
Yeah, I got it right here.
All right, describe it because I don't know what's going on. Because we have no sound on this one.
All right. I don't know which one's Jack. It's kind of a blur of...
He's going to be kicking the ball. Upper V killed some spiders.
Anderton, he kicked it from
25 yards out.
Yeah.
I was there. It was amazing. Yeah, so you call him a ginger, he scores goals. And it was an amazing shot, and he's legit. And I told Jack that he was upset about it. I'm like, why? I'm like, the ones that are the best tend to get picked on, yelled at, all that stuff. It's a compliment. That's what I believe. So AIA voted last week to get reverse their previous decisions of canceling winter sports, but they decided, hey, we're gonna make them wear masks. But the votes kind of goofy. We had Marcus Williams, Janine Bradell, Jim Dean, Camille Castile said play ball. And then the other side, we had Jim Love, Ricky Greer, Tim Carter, William Duarte, Zach Munoz, all voted to get rid of it. But Jim Love changed his vote. Good job, Jim. We appreciate you. And he says this, Love said his decision to flip the vote was largely based on the desire to give schools an option to opt out rather than cancel the season for the entire state. Winter sports, including basketball, wrestling, and soccer, will begin competition this coming week. And it's coming up now. So, yes, we want choice. Thank you, Jim. We want choice. Everyone should have a choice. And so it's that way. Tolleson Union shut down. Phoenix Unified shut down. And or Phoenix Unified maintained their shutdown. So schools and districts have a choice to shut down, which is good. It should be about choice because each community is different. Each area in our state is different. You should do it that way. That's makes a lot more sense versus shutting everything down. So Jim, you're very bright to think that the people actually can make their own decisions, which is good. And if it's open, you have the choice of not playing because you should be able to have that choice. So that's what we're going to do. Speaking of choices, Ryan, my favorite Christmas tree. Yeah, I have to make a choice. I'll explain that in a second. My favorite Christmas tradition is the Christmas soccer game. And my most disliked Christmas tradition is taking the tree down. Now, every year, I take my sweet time of taking the tree down. So here's a picture of the Christmas tree, a family portrait of us. And the Christmas tree is big and beautiful. As you can tell, it's very difficult to put up, and it's heavy. I just want to buy a tree and then just toss it. So taking it down, it's a pain. And it has a fit in this studio somehow, which is, maybe next week, Ryan will have the Christmas tree up. Here, right here.
In the studio?
In the studio.
Maybe half of it.
2 halves, right here. So my wife always gets mad at me, and she threatened me, saying,
Tune out, Cody.
Yeah, tune out, Cody. Put the earmuffs. She won't have relations with me until it's taken care of. Okay, I'm competitive, and I like the competition. So we're on day 10 of the Christmas tree staying up. And I'm posting on Instagram every day what day we're on. So we're on day 10 today. Tomorrow we'll be on day 11, and we'll see how long I last. If you come next Sunday to the show, I might be on day 17, Ryan. I don't know. The current record from previous competitions with my wife is 35. And I don't know if I can beat that record this time, but I'm going to try. With your help from this soccer podcast, you may. And I think by the Christmas tree situation we have going on, it's going to help me run really hard shortly. So speaking of suffering, Ryan, coaches must suffer, or else how can they coach? How can you tell someone to do this, but you're not, and you're an overweight coach that eats at McDonald's, smokes, all this stuff, and if you're not willing to put yourself through torture and suffer like the kids, or the ones that you're coaching, if you're not willing to suffer like them, you're a bad coach, and you need to fix some things. I'm sorry I offended you. You can still email coachcameronpodcast@gmail.com to have the opportunity to be part of my show and tell me that I'm wrong, which I'm wrong all the time. Prove me wrong, which is great, or maybe you'll prove me right. So I'm doing the plant-based diet, and with no dairy, no oil. I did 100 days previous. I started it again, and my stomach's all jacked up right now because I'm in day 5 and still transitioning with all the fruit and veggies I keep drinking. I have what'd you buy me for Christmas, Ryan?
A juicer.
A juicer. So I juice a lot, and my stomach hurts really bad. So what's up, Lace? My wife's in here, and she's very upset because we're on day 10. And, yeah, I'm in big trouble. Jack and Jet, 1v1 battles. We do this. We did a commercial about it. So each week I have my 2 sons. They get in the backyard and they battle. And in this way, we're going to do the monster truck. There tends to be blood, and let's play the clip. Get him! Oh! You all right?
Wait. Hey, you're holding.
And to the point. Ryan, we have a question from Mark Pastore, correct?
Yes, we do.
Can you put it up and read it?
Yes, it says, "Hi, how are you? I can't officiate in a mask, so I vote no mask for players and referees. If you want to wear a mask, that's your right to do so." Yeah.
Oh, it's a statement. So
Yeah.
Mark Pastore, he's a legend when it comes to officials. He's given me, I don't know how many red cards, maybe 2. He gave me a red card, and he has the ability. Back in the day, he would be like a magician. He can make a red card appear in his hand. It was pretty cool. Mark Pastore is one of the best referees ever to officiate games in Arizona. He's done MLS, USL, obviously all the college, and all the way down to youth. And he's still reffing today. And he doesn't look right. Sorry, Mark. It looks like you're hurting, and it's sad. But it's good because I'm hurting too, and I'm much younger than you, obviously, and it hurts. But the fact that you keep going, and I hope to be like you, whether I'm limping when I'm 70, 80 years old, but at least I'm putting forth the work. We appreciate that about Mark Pastore. He is a beast. So California is now going crazy again, or maintaining the craziness. Parents, coaches, and youth advocates continuously are fighting to get their government officials throughout California to urge the state to allow youth sports to return as soon as possible. It's not going to happen. You're in California. Arizona, we're lucky we got the 5-4 vote, but I'm telling you, as California keeps moving in, the next virus that hits us, we're not going to have sports. There's no way. But there's a video we're going to show you. It's from the CEO of Surf Cup, and he's doing he did a press conference yesterday and stated in the video, listen to 3 states that suck, and it's awesome. Watch.
I'm Brian Inge, CEO of Surf Cup Sports, and I'm happy to be a voice for the sport of soccer in Southern California today. What we are seeing in our sport is that the youth in California are being unjustly punished because of the state they live in. Our sport is successfully being played at the youth, collegiate, and professional level in 46 states across the U.S. and across the globe. Every single weekend across the U.S., kids are getting to play in games, leagues, and tournaments. These kids are happy, these kids are healthy, these kids are safe. Consistent reports come back from coaches, families, kids, parents, and even doctors that the spread of COVID on outdoor youth sports fields is not material. And in fact, youth sports organizations are finding innovative ways to keep their kids safe. Specifically in our sport, what we're seeing is three things. The first thing we're seeing is kids are dropping out at an alarming rate. The common refrain we hear is, why should I get out of bed and practice and work hard if there's not going to be a game or a season? What's the point? The second thing we're seeing amongst athletes in California is they're losing out on scholarships. Deserving athletes in California are losing out on scholarships to lesser athletes in states like South Carolina, New Jersey, and Utah. And what we hear from college coaches is, how can I bet on an athlete when I haven't seen them play in almost a year? Sadly, this is impacting low-income families more than any, because it's those families that truly rely on college scholarships to pay for college. And finally, what we're seeing is frustration, almost revolt amongst parents. These are parents who have watched their kids play for 6 months on the practice field. These are parents who have spent thousands of dollars to travel out of state to play games. All the meanwhile, they've seen their kids safe, their kids' friends safe, and their kids' teammates safe. Meanwhile, the government is telling them that it's not safe to play sports. They're confused, they're frustrated, and I think that's what it leads us to today. And in closing, I would simply say, leaders like Nathan Fletcher and Governor Newsom continue to hide behind the remark, we're just following the science. Our challenge to them is simple. Join all of us coaches and all of us people who are with kids every day and who are in a sports lab with these youth every day, and come do real research on the impact of COVID amongst youth sports athletes. Thank you very much.
So Utah, South Carolina, and New Jersey, you're not as good as the California kids, according to the CEO of Surf Cup. And I agree. Cal South kids are good. No offense. Yeah, I was nervous when he said that. I hope he's going to say Arizona. I didn't want to. Probably he's not going to say that because Arizona is basically mini California. And that's what we are. So I'm looking for houses in Tennessee, Texas, and Idaho, Utah, anywhere the freedom exists. Anyways, I want to do the drone thing. I'm nervous about this run.
No?
All right. Yeah, we're going to do drone. All right. So we have a new game. And anyway, let me grab. All right. So here's the drone. And there's a soccer board behind the camera, and Ryan's going to have the remote camera to deal with it. I get one shot. Well, the guests that come in get one shot to land the drone inside the center circles. No, I'm going to go for the hole. You got to go for the hole.
It's more fun to go for
If I make it in the hole, I don't. All right, let's see what happens.
I still need a camera.
Oh, well, get it.
Where is it?
It's in my front desk. Oh, I'll bring it to you. I got to hover. There you go. Oh, shoot. All right. All right. Show where it's going. Woo. Now I got it turned. There's no way I'm going to make it from this angle. So guests will come on the show, and if they make it, they're going to get cash. Freak. I lost the... Yes! First try. That was legit. And by the way, I don't know how I just pulled that off. That never happens in pre-show. Whatever. That was legit. And I'm not a drone guy, and I get there's droners out there like, oh, that's easy. Shut up. And I'm live, so yeah. Now it's time for the run. I don't want to do the run. I don't feel well. So I'm going to do all these math, and we'll talk about it.
We actually have the Rap Zapid coming up.
Yeah, well, we're going to have the Rap Zap. That's correct. So we're going to transition to our commercial from our sponsor. It's a big sponsor of Rap Zap. It's a professional commercial. And during that, I'm going to be heading outside. I'm transitioning to my white shirt so you can see me. and head there. So, all right. After the commercial, I'm running with all the masks, and hopefully I don't puke.
Are you a frustrated soccer parent? Are you tired of not having your voice be heard? Well, now there's something you can do about it. Introducing the Rap Zap. The Rap Zap is the first rap that has built-in electrical impulses. No more waiting for the car ride home to tell them how they could have done it better. With the Bluetooth technology, you can communicate with your players during the game. Control their movement. Dictate how they play. Reinforce bad play. No more mask wearing that drowns out your voice and spreads the nasty COVID. Don't take it from us. Take it from another satisfied user.
So every time I pull the mask down to scream to my son a direction that he needs, the parents lose their mind. They're like, I'm spreading COVID. So I went on the internet, looked everywhere, and I found it. It's called Rap Zap, and it's amazing. So I can wrap around his waist, and I can use my Rap Zap app, and when he makes a mistake, I can zap him, and it's a light jolt. Does it hurt? No, it doesn't hurt. And I just give him a little zap, and then he knows not to do that again. And if he gets confused, he'll know to look towards me. So when I am screaming through the mask, it might be a little easier for him to hear. So I really love the Rap Zap.
For only $159, this can be yours. Get it today for $159. That's right, $159.
Hello, I'm Dr. Hyalot. I'm the inventor of Rap Zap. But not only am I the inventor of Rap Zap, I'm also the owner of Take You Higher. I have 7 Valley locations. Come see me, and I can help you take you higher. So how does the Rap Zap work? Scientifically explained by me. I'll tell you. The technology is very simple. Your brain can be manipulated through shock therapy. We all know this. So when they make a decision and they're about to form a synapse that stays together and it's binding, we zap it. And when they make another improper decision, they're trying to bind it to their body to keep doing it, you zap it. Zap, zap, zap. And then you're in control. And this will help you be a very successful coach or parent. Best of luck with my invention, the Rap Zap.
Don't wait for the car ride home. Get it today. That's the Rap Zap for $159.
All right, so Dave is in the call, but he is muted. Oh, there you are. All right.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, I don't know what's better. This? Hey, isn't Jed on?
Is Jed on?
Oh, me, Adam, so we have multiple cameras.
All right.
Join.
All right. All right, Jet, stand here.
He's in, but it's got that guest is in the green room muted thing again. Oh, wait, just a
You
second.
can keep him muted. Just out.
Just kidding, I've got him.
All right, you can take the bear out.
All right.
All right. Okay, we're going to start with an illegal mask, which is, let me just put it on, Jet. All right, here we go. So I got to run 20 yards there and back and keep doing it until I puke. Here I go. One. This one's not bad because it doesn't close and it's not too bad. But it's illegal. It says all free union. Chandler Unified says, I'm just gonna speed up here. This sucks, but it's not too bad. Well, that's much better. All right. I'm going to put on my Arizona mask. This is cloth, and this is what we're supposed to be wearing. And I just want to suffer like the Millennium Girls Soccer Team and all the AIA athletes.
Sadik says good luck.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you can call him if you have a heart attack.
Ask Sonic. What's his thoughts on masks and running? I'm pretty fit. I can run forever. I'm increasing my run.
Is that noise coming from Jet?
Woo. If you use your mouth, woo, it doesn't work. Free. So is this a yellow card? Ooh. I'm switching mask. So there's this mask that's made out of kind of like it's a softer
gray one.
Oh, okay, gray one. You guys are familiar.
The last mask is not Sadik approved. The Arizona one.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey. This is horrible. I would recommend not wearing this one. I'll take questions. This one. Don't wear that one.
Is this your last one?
No. Okay. Here's another cloth one. This one has a strong metal, I think, right here to separate, which is probably dangerous. If I get hit in the face with this, oh yeah, I would puncture my face.
Yeah, according to Sadik, this one's even worse.
Oh, good. I increased my runs to like 40 yards. This one that I'm wearing is not good.
Hey, can you do this?
Just stay put. It's claustrophobic. So if you're lazy, you can wear any mask. But if you work hard, you're in trouble. Or if you have an allergy or something. So this mask is illegal. Sadik? Dr. Sadik, is this okay?
He hasn't commented on that specifically yet, but he says that the last mask you wore was trapping your exhalation and you're breathing back the same carbon dioxide.
Oh, of course. All right. There you go. 40 more yards. Is there any questions out there? Who's Chandler Unified says they can wear paper masks. Offering you the insane. No. So what is it?
What was it that you asked Sadik about this mask?
What do you say?
What did you ask Sadik about this mask?
I don't know. Can I wear it?
Well, he said yes.
Well, we're hearing I'm cheating. All right. I don't know. I'm going to do these.
How many more do you have?
Get off me. Whatever it takes. How many viewers do we even have?
13.
We have 13. I'll keep going. We drop you below 10. I'm out.
Yeah, so this mask is better, but not recommended still. And Peyton Lee asks if you're going to try any neck gaiters. Did you catch that?
Yeah. I just can't breathe. Whew. But I do like this mask because it doesn't choke me completely. So referees out there, are we going to get carded for mask holding? So if I'm in a breakaway and it goes to this, is that a indirect kick for the other team or what? Or do they have like a 2-second period to put it back on before they play it? And is there advantage? Do you get advantage? So say the defending team has their mask off, but we're about to score. Is that advantage and we keep playing, or can you defend like this? Oh, their best player has a ball. Boom! Oh, indirect kick. What is it? Million problems. How many viewers, Ryan?
12. And we've got a couple.
I'm done.
All right, we've got a few comments.
What's that?
Peyton's still wondering about the neck gaiters, if you're going to try any of those.
We're allowed to wear neck gaiters.
Are you going to try any in your trials right now?
I don't have any.
All right.
Do we have a neck gaiter?
I don't even know what that is, to be honest with you. Sadik wants you to try running without the mask. For comparison, I suppose.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Steven Sangilio, Sangelo, said Gabby liked the gaiter thus far over masks, but she has 2 more masks to test tomorrow, including the new Under Armour and a modified version of an existing mask. How's no mask working for you?
Obviously, it's better.
Obviously.
But when I breathe through my nose, out through my mouth.
All right, and Sasha says when a kid gets sick, passes out, or worse, is wearing these, then all heck will break loose.
Well, can we get mouth to mouth to someone that is not a relative? Sasha, I approve you give me mouth to mouth if I go out. I'm not putting the mask back on.
Sadik also says that according to the CDC, players can play without a mask.
Well, we don't go by that science. We go based on the science that's available by some random group of people that come together and make decisions. That's the science we go by. You can play sports, but
We're gonna handcuff you and make you bow down and be submissive for making us change our minds.
More from Shot.
I'm not gonna ask him.
More from
What?
Sasha. He says that you're in shape and you look good.
I do. Thank you. I do feel good. Oh, this compliment is making me run. That proves my coaching method. Be nice, and that's it. And the players can play better for you. How many viewers we got?
13.
Ugh. As soon as we get below 10, we're done. I probably should put a mask on.
You're going to do this until you lose viewers?
As soon as I have 10, below 10, I'm done. Well, I haven't tried this one. Do you have a gator? Oh, go get the gator. Jet's going to get the gator.
We have a question from Emily. Sorry,
Yeah.
Emily. She asks, is there an AIA rule that says every kid on the team has to use the same mask? Do they have to be matching?
I don't think so. They just got to wear a mask. That's how I understand it. Correct me if I'm wrong, Sasha, or whoever else is in high
Maybe
school
the teams
soccer.
will make it a part of the uniforms. Hand them out.
Well, Millennium, we did.
Really?
But not everyone's going to have that ability. That's what's not fair. Bad enough that a lot of schools like struggle to get uniforms, and they finally get them, and they're like, oh, wait, buy more.
Sasha says you can wear any mask.
Okay, I have a gator now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. All right, give me the gator. Thank you. All right, so this. Oh, geez. So these are legal, huh? Oh, I shaved my head, so everything's sticky.
Yeah, this
All right,
seems
here
to
we
be
go.
the popular mask. Sasha says that his boys wear them.
Oh, yeah. It's like an animal wearing a mask. So this is the part they're like, wear a mask for safety. But you know what? Put the gator on. It's not even a mask. But go ahead. All right. Well, I can breathe all day in this thing.
Sadik answered your mouth-to-mouth question.
And?
He wouldn't give it to you, but he'd chalk you instead.
Okay. I should have put distance. I should have worn my wife's Apple Watch.
Bad news. You got 18 viewers. You gotta keep running.
Preach. I gotta change it. Gator's good, but once it gets wet, it's not good. Oh yeah. Gator was good, but once it starts getting wet, it's not good. All right, I'm gonna step it up. I'm gonna do a gator and a mask. Because it's about safety. My safety. My body. My choice. Okay. That's a libertarian coming out of me. Freedom. Okay. Gator. Wet gator. Ooh. I don't like it anymore. Sorry, Gator fans. All right. Double the safety. Flip. All right, I'm doing mask. Then gator. Oh. Couldn't find my gator over my neck. Okay. Oh, this is bad. Okay. The gator mask. Listen, Wi-Fi.
Yeah, that was weird. And is Jet still out there?
No. It's too cold.
Oh, that's the wind. That sound we're hearing over here. I thought that Jet was just going woo, woo, woo.
Oh, this is bad. I'm gonna go as long as I can. Don't. Oh, we said heart rate monitor. Okay, I can do it. That was bad. All right, should I do triple mask? How many viewers I got?
11, actually. 13.
Oh!
Sorry, 13. It just jumped up.
As soon as it hits 9, let me know. We're done. But I'll run all night for 10 viewers.
You should go for endurance next.
$dollars. Oh. All right, triple mask. So there'll be parents, my guess, that are going to be so concerned about their child, but they still want them to play. So they're not that concerned, but they're going to act concerned. Triple mask. I almost guarantee it. There's triple mask moms out there torturing their children. If you're triple masking, just don't even let them play. Just take a break. All right, so this one, Silence of the Lamb, one, and the Gator, triple, and then I'll go for after 60 yards of running, I'll go 4. Here we go.
You're at 10.
One more, done.
All right, while we're waiting for that, Sadek says that players will have problems and their performance will drop remarkably, and it should not be attempted.
That's a doctor of science!
Sasha's wondering if you already tried the surgical mask.
Yeah. Right there. That's horrible. All right, I'm going to go 4. Unless we drop below 10.
11.
Jeez. Okay. No, get that dog away.
Why is the dog outside?
I don't know. All right. Okay. Mask 1. Mask 2. Mask 3. Arizona. It's going to be like California. As you can tell by the vote of 5 to 4. Okay. Oh, jeez. Okay. 5. And I'm going to do a... Wait a minute. What's going on here? Oh. Wait. Do this right. Okay. Make sure it's all over my nose. Dang. What the... Hold on. Jeez. I gotta put you down for a second. Okay. 1, 2, 3, and the Gator for 4. Okay. Ow. Hit my eye. Okay. There we go. Any more questions out there?
Couple comments.
And?
Sadek says that kids are more likely to get COVID from a family member at home during a family gathering rather than playing outside.
Shocker!
Yeah, and Sasha says that no one's going to be wearing this many. Dumby.
Sasha! Sasha, you know there's parents out there that want to protect their children. And they're going to go at least 2 masks. And the crazier they are, the more.
You just hit 9.
Well, I'm done. Thanks for joining me. Ryan's going to do the closeout. And I'll see you guys next Sunday, 7 p.m. Thanks for tuning in. Peace out.
Okay.
All right, thank you all for tuning in today. We'll see you next week for our next live show. You can also find the daily podcast Monday through Friday with more advice on youth soccer development for parents and coaches. And you can find that on iHeartRadio, Google Play, iTunes, or wherever else podcasts are found. Or go to CoachCameron.com for direct access to our content. See you next week.